Hey everybody, I am David, and today I'm going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The first movie came out in 2014, and we finally got the sequel we've been waiting for. I'm going to admit, Guardians of the Galaxy, even though I really enjoy the first one, it's not my all-time favorite superhero movie. I do really enjoy it though. I have gone back and watched it many times. I'm probably gonna watch it again this year as well when Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Volume 2 comes out on Blu-ray. I'm definitely gonna watch it again. It's definitely something I enjoy watching. Especially when I do my Marvel Cinematic Universe marathon. I enjoy watching, obviously that one has to be included into it, right? Because it's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And what did I think of Volume 2? Does it hold up? I will say that all the characters are back and they're just as enjoyable as ever. Probably even more enjoyable the first time around. Everything that I think you loved about the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I think they heighten it in this movie. Like, I think everything you loved about Drax in the first movie, they definitely give him more in this movie to do. Everything that you loved about Rocket, same thing with Star-Lord and Gamora, as well as Yondu. You know, Yondu, he wasn't a big character in the first movie. He was there and he served his purpose. But I feel they gave him a lot more to do. And I'm going to admit, Yondu has become one of my favorite characters now in Guardians of the Galaxy because of this movie. I think they really gave him some juicy stuff. Michael Rooker, you know, from The Walking Dead, gets a lot more to do in this movie, in some nice moments too, where you actually feel for the character. Where in the first movie, I felt like he was an asshole, but a likable asshole. This movie, he's actually really likable, and he's still an asshole in this movie too. But there are certain situations where you actually feel for Yondu. You actually feel bad for him, and you want him to succeed at certain points of what he's doing. And I like his bond that he has with Rocket in this, as well as Groot, Baby Groot, which I guess I should talk a little bit about Baby Groot, right? Baby Groot, if what you liked at that little end credit scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1, if you like that little ending, this is going to make your heart melt, because Baby Groot, man, he is a little adorable little guy. And I think it's gonna win over a lot of people. They do something in the end credits that I wasn't expecting, and when they did, it made me laugh. And now it makes me hope that maybe we'll see a little bit of that next time. Maybe, because I thought it was interesting. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so if you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet, you'll know what I'm talking about when you do. It's in the end credit sequence, and it's really funny. I'll leave it at that. But yes, Baby Groot is going to steal the hearts of a lot of people. Rocket is just as clever and funny as you think he would be. And like I said, his connection to Yondu is really nice. Drax, Star-Lord, and Gamora go on this side quest, which is more of the A plot. I get the A storyline of the movie. And it's about, if you've seen the trailers, you already know this. Star-Lord Peter Quill, played by Chris Pratt, is rediscovering his roots with his father, played by Kurt Russell. And a lot of that storyline I really liked. There were times where it did get a little slow or lost in the shuffle, I felt. But for most of it, I did enjoy it, and I liked some of the twists and turns that it took towards the end. I thought it was a twist anyways, because I didn't see it coming. And I thought, yeah, Kurt Russell was really great in this movie. And just like, I made a recent video about how Disney's been doing these special effects where they made certain actors look younger. I don't think this is a huge spoiler, but right in the beginning of the movie, they do that with Kurt Russell. So you get to see a young Kurt Russell in the movie, which is, I think, last time I said the Ant-Man one with the young Michael Douglas looked the best. Now I'm starting to think maybe the young Kurt Russell was the best looking one so far, because that was almost like, man, if Kurt Russell saw this, how do you think he feels like looking back at himself at the 80s and saying, hey man, that was me, I can't believe they pulled that off. I mean, if it was me and someone made me look like I was like 20 years younger, I'd be like, I look pretty young, so I guess that can't happen to me yet. But maybe when I get to be an old man, like in my 70s or something, someone can make me look young again. That would be like amazing. I'd be mind blown. But yeah, I thought Kurt Russell did a really great job in this movie, playing Ego, the Living Planet. I didn't know too much about his characters because I'm going to admit I don't read too much of the Guardians of the Galaxy comics. I read one volume, but his character wasn't there, so I don't know anything about the character. But from what they gave us in this movie, I thought he was a great character. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything about his character too much, and it's hard to maneuver around him. But I will say I really like that relationship between him and Peter Quill. There was some interesting things with them, that discoveries that Peter learns thanks to him, that really added a lot to Peter's character, and as well as his mom's character, as Peter's mom, and Star-Lord's father as well. I think Drax is going to be another character that's definitely going to steal the show. He has this relationship with Mantis going on throughout the movie. I don't want to say too much, but I'll say it's definitely some of the highlights in the film for me. Every time Drax talked, it's just like the first movie, but even better, I think, this time around. I just laughed my ass off continuously. I thought Drax was... Every line he had was just amazing, and I couldn't get enough. We should just get a Drax spinoff. Maybe not. Maybe that would ruin the character, but from what we got here, I really liked it. And Mantis seems like a really nice addition. Hopefully Mantis returns in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Nebula and Gamora have their sister rivalry in this film, continuing from the last film. And we get a little bit of insight into who Thanos is. I don't think it's enough insight to really fear Thanos, but it gives us enough to understand that this guy is a bad guy, and he ain't a good father. So if that's how he treats his daughters, who knows how he's going to treat the rest of the universe. So it does give us a little glimpse at who Thanos is. And I'm going to admit the Nebula and Gamora storyline was maybe my least favorite part of the movie. I thought it was fine. If I had to pick my least favorite part, it was that one, because that was the storyline that I was like, come on guys, let's get back to the other stuff. But other than that, I thought it was cool. Now in the trailers you see these gold people, and I think a lot of people are expecting them to be the main villains, and I'll say that they were fine. I do think they will play a bigger role in things to come down the road. Maybe in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Stick after the end credit scenes and you'll probably see what I mean by that. The end credit scenes definitely gives some ideas on what to look forward to. And I think I'm going to end this here, guys. I think that's everything. I think I pretty much said everything that I really liked, or not so much. I am going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. That's the exact same score I gave the first movie. If I had to pick which one I liked a little more, I think I still think the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie is slightly better, but I think this one is almost as good. I think this one maybe just as good. But if you're going to ask me which one do I like better, I'll push the first one a little bit more above. This movie was really good. too, though. And definitely, if you are a fan of the first Guardians of the Galaxy, you're going to want to check this one out. If you are a fan of this Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's definitely a movie to check out. It lives up to what the first one was, and it's a worthy sequel. So I'm gonna end this here, guys. Go check out Guardians of the Galaxy if you already have. Comment below and tell me your thoughts on the movie. I like to know. And like this video, subscribe to my channel, especially if you are a huge superhero fan, Marvel or DC, doesn't matter to me. I love it all, even if it's a non-Marvel or DC movie. Subscribe to my channel. It's always awesome to have more support and all that. And until next time, take care.